Hello, good morning, friends. Today I want to show you how to search for literature using a software called Publish or Perish. So, all of the scholars who do literature survey or literature review tend to go to Google to search for articles. So, I found this software quite useful in consolidating all your search results and putting them together. So, let me show you about this software today. This software has been developed by Miss Annie Herzing. She is a professor of international management at Middlesex University, London. This software is available for free to download in Microsoft Windows, and you can install it on Mac also. So I have downloaded it, and this is how it looks like. So to start with, I will just show you the layout of the software first, and then we'll see how it works. This software, basically what it does is it consolidates results from various data sources, precisely 6 data sources, out of which 3 are free data sources, Crossref, Google Search and Google Scholar Profile. The other 3, out of which 2 are free registration is required, and the third one, Web of Science, requires subscription. So let's see how to do a search and what are the benefits of using this software for doing a literature search on the internet. So let us take our famous Google Scholar. So I will search something in Google Scholar and show you what are the benefits of the software. Okay. Now say there are various ways of searching literature. You can search by the author's name or the publication name, the title words, and easiest is the keywords, because it will throw up a lot of results which probably otherwise you will not know that they are existing on the internet. So let's say, for example, I have been searching on this topic called training effectiveness. You can actually select the years between which you want the results to throw up from. Say suppose I want papers which have been published between 2015 to 2020. Otherwise what happens is it will throw up results which have been published, say some in 1980s or 1970s, etc., which may not be relevant in this present times. So you can adjust these dates accordingly. If you know the ISSN number, you can put it here, or you leave it open so that you get as many results as possible. So let's do a search and see what all it shows. Yeah. So the moment you press search, the maximum it can accommodate is 1000 results. So it takes some time for this software to throw up so many results. So you can wait till it shows up all the results, or you can say if you cancel it, let us say we have cancelled at 100 results. So right now I stopped the search at 100 results. So it is showing 100 papers. Let us see what else, what are the other data it shows up. Yeah, the most important thing is when you do a Google search, you don't know how important that paper is, how famous a paper is. So one of the best features I found it in this software is the citations. So in this case, see, this particular paper has been cited 415 times and 83 citations per year. So there is a ranking methodology which has been devised by this software developers. So let's not go into that, but it's just a general indication as to what is the rank. You can now sort the data. It is showing, it's showing 100 results. So what all are there in these results? Let us see. First is the number of citations per year, then the ranking as per the software, and the authors and the title of the paper, year it is published, and the publication, which journal, and the publisher. In this case, this is Springer publication. Springer is the publisher, and the type of whether it is a paper, book, web page, or abstract. So you can scroll and see. Now, in addition to the number of citations, it also calculates the H index, G index, HI normal, etc. So I'll not dwell upon the indices here. Maybe we will. I'll show make another video for this indices specially. Yeah. So now you can sort the results and see the top. Say whatever you want. Say let us say we want to see top 10, or I want to copy top 50 results or top 20 results. So I'll go through each paper and see whether it is suiting my requirement or not. Yeah, this is okay. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, maybe I'm not interested in this, so I'll just unclick this. Yeah, maybe I'm not interested in this. So likewise, I can choose what I want to save and what I want to delete. So I will remove some things and I'll retain some things. Yeah. Now what do I do after this? I can copy these results and save them in Excel. I've copied. I'll simply paste them here. Yeah. So see what has come to Excel. Whatever data is shown there in the software, in addition to that, there is some additional data which is shown in the Excel software. Like it is actually shown the complete abstract of a particular paper. Okay, whether you want to use it or not, it is up to you. And number of citations per year, number of citations per author, number of authors, the ranking of this paper, the website, the publisher, etc. So we got all this data. So what we can do for a serious researcher, he can actually keep a track of what all papers he has read, what are not required, and he can keep a track of the literature reviewed, so that there is no duplication in what you are reading, and you can actually keep a track. So coming back to the software again, let's see how else can we search. Okay, now let's take a new search. Yeah. So instead of using keywords, let me see if I can search with the title. So this is a paper which I have written in 2007, and I'll remove this, or maybe I'll say 2000 and say search. Yeah, this is the one. So let's see whether this is the same paper or not. Yeah, good. It has been cited 23 times, and number of citations per year 1.77. So I can click here. It takes me to the particular page. Yeah, this is an IEEE publication. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah. Somebody who wants to download can download and read it. Yeah. So the other panels in this window are this keeps a track of what searches you have done in the past, so that you don't have to keep searching the same things again. See, this is the training effectiveness which I did, measuring training effectiveness which I did in the in fact I haven't completed the search, that's why the results are not showing up. Yeah. Learning styles, this is another search which I have done, and I have used Scopus instead of Google search here. Yeah, in fact I have stopped this search, that's why it's not showing up. You can actually use Crossref and do the same search again. Yeah. So these are the results from Crossref. Earlier we have done the same thing with Google Scholar. So it'll throw up different kinds of results. Some may be common. So based on which search engine you like, you can actually use whatever you want, and then compile your results together. So that's it, friends. Thank you very much for your patient hearing. I'll come up with more videos on literature review in the future. Thank you.